What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 with another video for you guys. So you already know how it's going down when I come around, man. I'm in the car that makes this a car vlog. So basically the format that I'm going to stick with a lot of these videos is that, I mean, you know, like I know, the car events, the car shows, the car meets, the car craziness doesn't actually happen until the weekend, right? So let's be honest here, nothing's popping off on a Wednesday, right? During the week, let's talk. Let's just have these car vlogs. Let's keep it real, keep it easy. So I want to go ahead and hit you with the topic, man. So since we've been on the topic of the 2021 Dodge Charger and Challenger, as far as what to expect, what we're kind of speculating, what you guys want, you guys have made it clear that you want a lighter frame. You guys have made it clear that you want more power. You guys have made it clear that you want a complete and total redesign of the interior and exterior, all of which is to be understood. I understand that. Let's go into the performance aspect of the Charger and the Challenger, specifically the HELLCAT. Now, for all we know, Dodge could completely kill the HELLCAT and bring something else into fruition, right? The fucking angel, the demon, the devil. You never know what Dodge is going to come with. I'm quite sure they're going to do something different for the 2021. So for the time being, hypothetically speaking, let's mention it as if we know that the HELLCAT is going to exist in 2021. So something we've seen with the Trackhawk, and Trackhawk did it first, and they were actually the only ones to do it, all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive, 707 horsepower Jeep Trackhawk. Because of that all-wheel drive feature, that car has dominated, that SUV has dominated everything from Lamborghinis, Porsche GT3 RS. I've seen it. Other HELLCATs. I've seen it get off the line as quick as a demon. Notice I said as quick as, not quicker than, but just as quick as a demon. We're talking about what, a 5,700, 5,800 pound SUV. It's a heavy ass motherfucker. Naturally so, it's a SUV. What if the one thing that a lot of people have said that obviously stops the Trackhawk from being the most dominant whatever in the world, because when you see a Trackhawk on the line, there's no spin. There's no spin whatsoever. I mean, there's little to no spin whatsoever when it comes to getting off that line. That thing is damn perfect. And you can attribute that to the all-wheel drive feature of it, right? 707 horsepower or not, that thing does not spin. That thing gets off the line like that. Like I've said, I've seen it beat Lamborghinis off the line. I've seen it beat McLarens off the line. I've seen it beat other HELLCATs. Now, eventually, the HELLCATs will catch up to it down the line. But off the line, that Trackhawk is dominant. And if there's been one issue with the HELLCAT and the Demon that you and I know for a fact, it's the fact that you've got 700 horsepower being sent to two wheels. Two tires, two wheels are managing 700 horsepower. And you know, like I know, that's a recipe for disaster. You're going to spend all day long. And you've seen it. Stock HELLCATs, stock Challengers, stock Chargers, they spin all day long. Once they get on the gas, considering the Charger HELLCAT and the Challenger HELLCATs have launch mode, once they get on the gas, all that power gets sent to the rear wheels and that thing just spins. And it spins all the way up until second, maybe even third gear. You know, like I know. And that's why a lot of guys, the first thing they do is they get bigger tires. The first thing they do is they get more traction, more tread, more meat under the car to handle that power and at least give them a fighting chance to get off the line. Hell, we've seen roll racing videos where guys are in third gear or second gear at least doing 60 rolls, 40 rolls. And as soon as the HELLCAT takes off, it's spinning, sending all that power to two rear wheels and it just can't handle it. You know, like I know, 275s in the back just aren't enough, right? The 310s or the 305s that come with the wide bodies, that's a different story now, right? But topic of this video is, what if, let me phrase this correctly, what if Dodge dropped an all-wheel drive HELLCAT, Challenger and Charger? I believe that that thing would revolutionize the drag strip. That thing would dominate and decimate all. People have mentioned it. People have mentioned taking the transmission out of Trackhawk and putting it in a HELLCAT. And when I say HELLCAT, I'm saying that in general for the Charger and the Challenger. But the one thing that keeps the Trackhawk, I guess, you know, it keeps it competitive is obviously the all-wheel drive factor. But the one thing that keeps it from dominating all at all time is the fact that it's so heavy. It's an SUV. It's a sports utility vehicle. Right? And if you know SUVs like I know SUVs, it's built for the family. It's built to haul things. It's built to get people from A to B and B to A. You know what I'm saying? Or A to Z and Z to A type deals, right? People drive SUVs on vacations with the family, picking up the kids from soccer practice, you know, taking the family down to goddamn Jacksonville, Florida, or Orlando, Florida for the summer. Nobody ever looks at an SUV as some type of, I mean, legitimate street car. You know what I'm saying? Certainly not a muscle car, you can't call it that. Or some type of, powerful automobile. The Trackhawk revolutionized that. I mean, the Trackhawk is the most powerful SUV that's out there right now. It's beating, it's beating them all. It's beating the G-Wagon, obviously. It's beating the, even the Lamborghini Urus, or Urus, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that it's beating that as well off the line, right? And we're talking about a Jeep that's probably right at or right under $100,000. Getting back to the topic of this video, what if they put that in a HELLCAT? Now we have 700 horsepower, or even 797 if you want to get into the red eye. All that power is being sent to four wheels in a 4,500 pound platform. Still heavy. We're not going to debate that. We know that. You know that. I know that. But a lot lighter and a lot more manageable than an SUV. What if, that's one thing that I wouldn't mind seeing, an all-wheel drive version of the HELLCAT. It doesn't make sense that Jeep puts that in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and they don't even entertain the idea in the HELLCATs. Now, maybe they're looking at it like it is a sports utility vehicle. A lot of SUVs have that all-wheel drive feature, rightfully so, because some people would look at an SUV as kind of a family vehicle. Some people look at it as, a lot of people will go and get the Toyota 4Runners and take those things off-road. And of course, those things are all-wheel drive, or rather four-wheel drive. So the same could be said for the Jeep Trackhawk, that they're looking at it from the perspective that even though it's 700 horsepower, it's still very much so an SUV. I understand that. I understand that completely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to dispute that. But Dodge like I know Dodge, and Dodge is crazy. And they like to experiment. They like to try new things. Why wouldn't they give you an all-wheel drive HELLCAT? I don't see why they wouldn't. I want to see an all-wheel drive HELLCAT. I know you certainly do. That would resolve the biggest issue that the HELLCATs have getting off that line, is spinning. These HELLCATs will spin all the way up to damn third gear trying to get off the line. Especially if you go and buy a stock HELLCAT off the lot, that thing comes with 275s all the way around, and that's nothing. Hell, I had 275s on my V6 back in the day. I don't have them anymore. 275s is nothing, and you know that. You see 392s. Hell, you see RTs burning out in 275s. Come on now. No other company, no other manufacturer's putting 275s on their car. The goddamn Ford Mustang GT350R has got 295s up front, 300s in the back. The fucking Corvette's got 335s in the back. ZR1. Now, of course, that car is putting down 750, but that just further proves my point that you've got all that power going to two wheels. You're destined to fail. Why wouldn't they give us an all-wheel drive option? Why wouldn't they give us an all-wheel drive HELLCAT? That would dominate the market. Granted, a lot of people say that, all-wheel drive, the transmission is a little heavier than your standard transmission. I understand that. They say that the gas mileage is worse. Listen, it's a HELLCAT. You're not worried about the gas mileage. I'm not worried about the gas mileage. Nobody buys a HELLCAT because it's fuel efficient. No one buys a Demon because it's fuel efficient. Let's just keep it real, right? You know the truth like I know the truth. When people buy those cars, they buy them to have fun. Gas mileage is not a concern. I mean, the HELLCAT could legitimately get 10 miles to the gallon, and it would still sell off the lot because of what it is and what it can do, right? So be honest here. Well, it's not that far of a cry for Dodge to put an all-wheel drive transmission, an all-wheel drive option trim in the HELLCAT. Maybe not even all the HELLCATs. Maybe add it as a trim. You know what I'm saying? A performance option trim or something of that sort. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be all the HELLCATs. Doesn't have to be all the Chargers and Challenger HELLCATs. Add it as an option, kind of like a wide body option. Maybe you want the wide body and the all-wheel drive. Maybe you want the all-wheel drive without the wide body. Whatever the case may be. But just give us that option. I would not mind seeing that whatsoever. And I know you wouldn't either. A few of you have mentioned that in the comments that you would like to see an all-wheel drive HELLCAT that would dominate everything. I'm talking Lamborghinis, McLarens, any and everything that you could throw at that car, it would dominate it. I mean, let's be honest here. We're probably the most competitive car manufacturer on the market right now. American anyway. Does it take away from a muscle car if you're not sitting there roasting your tires before you pull up to the line, before you pull up to the tree? Right? So there are a lot of ideals that go behind what constitutes a muscle car and what doesn't, and a lot of people are true to that. And I can understand that. I appreciate that. But if it makes your car the most powerful car on the market, wouldn't you want to do everything you could? That's just me, guys. As always, talk to you, boy. Like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy, Knockout 360. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Talk to you, boy. Tell me how you feel. Is it possible? Would you want it? Do you like it? Do you think it's cheating, maybe? Does that take away from the muscle car aspect? Is it considered a muscle car if it's all-wheel drive? I don't know. But I do know I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.